Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Today I Learned Bitcoin. Tonight, we're doing a late one. This is TILBTC After Dark. I got the boys here on deck. We got my amazing co host, Alec, and my buddy from a couple weeks ago, Tyler Baughn, back with us. We had a really cool run through with Tyler a couple weeks back where he joined us to go over some really great kind of beginner level, high level questions about Bitcoin. And we had an awesome discussion. And at the end of it, he felt pretty hyped. And we've been talking a little bit since that time. And he actually came back ready to set up his first dollar cost average savings account. So we're going to go ahead and bring him on here. Let's get Alec and Tyler pulled up.
What's up, y'all? How you doing, Jason?
What is up, my dudes? Great to see you, boys. We're here late night. How's the day been treating you?
It's good. Good to be back. Appreciate you guys having me back. Sorry I'm not showing my face, but excited to kind of launch into this, turn words into actions here.
Yeah, man. Well, hopefully we're all feeling pretty loose and relaxed tonight. And I know I'm sitting here in sweatpants. I hope the same for you, gents. And let's get this set up for you, Tyler. So just to kind of recap our last episode, man, because I felt super hyped on that. We had a great long conversation. You came to the table asking some truly great questions that I think a lot of people who are unfamiliar and just kind of getting curious about Bitcoin for the first time probably have. And what's really interesting to Alec and myself is that for every person that kind of starts to, I guess, begin the onboarding process into Bitcoin, there are many different value points that resonate with people, with individuals. And it seemed like for you, the value point was kind of this realization that, like, our monetary system it's not great right now, and you've been feeling it, and everybody's out there feeling it with the rising prices and everything, but we don't totally know how to articulate why it's happening at first. So we talked a lot about that, and then we discussed why Bitcoin is kind of a solution to solve a lot of these things as a sound money. But most importantly, I think a lot of people coming into Bitcoin view it as a quick vehicle to make financial gains in the US dollar denomination, meaning that they hope to get rich quick, right? Off Bitcoin, off crypto as a whole. Crypto and Bitcoin are often like combined and looped together when they really shouldn't be. And I think when we all got off that episode, it was clear to you that Bitcoin is really more of a long-term store of value strategy that protects against the ever rising inflation that we have going on in the US. And it's honestly even uglier at other areas of the world. So, dude, so stoked to have you back and kind of taking your very first steps into setting up your Bitcoin savings.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys having me back. I think there was definitely a big paradigm shift, right, from last time, because it goes from, just like you said, I'm gonna buy and sell these stocks and make some quick money, to whereas I want something that's not gonna fall apart overnight, or over a year, right, when there's something happens in the economy. And on top of that, my partner has also kind of been on my ass a little bit about saving some money, preparing for our future together. And this is a really cool and exciting, and also my favorite part, easy way, it seems, to like do that. So I'm excited to launch into it, man.
Yeah, man. It'll be awesome. And, again, viewing this is just like kind of like a putting a little bit in every day, like even in nominal amounts that you don't even notice. It really is such a great strategy. You kind of set it and forget it. And there's not a lot of that stress that crypto traders try to like implement into their lives of like, oh my God, I got to buy the dips and sell high and try to time the market. And I'm checking my phone at 3 a.m. when I get up to take a piss to make sure that like I'm not missing that opportune pump that's going on over in China. And it's none of that stuff, man. This is just like, it's almost like a retirement account on a smaller scale. The other really cool aspect of it, people often, and I get so detached from this, but people often feel like they have to buy a Bitcoin. They have to buy like a whole Bitcoin at a time. And a Bitcoin right now costs a little over $30,000.
It comes in the mail, right? Like the actual physical.
Yeah. There's one on the way from us as payment for that first episode.
Sick.
But no, so the reality is, guys, like Bitcoin is one of the most divisible types of money it's the most divisible type of money, in that it divides down to like 8 decimal points, right? So 100 millionth of
Oh
a
yeah,
Bitcoin.
here we go.
Alec has the
That thing,
Here we
yeah.
go. Oddly enough, there's you guys may not get this, but if there's anybody in the audience who's ever played a game called Escape from Tarkov, that will look familiar to you. There's a game in the game. The Bitcoin is an item, and it's represented physically in the game, and it looks just like that, Alex. So it's funny. You have that.
That's freaking awesome.
That is cool, man. But in reality, you know, a lot of folks don't realize they can sit and contribute $2 a day to Bitcoin, you know, and eventually, as like the comfort level grows, and I did this myself with my own DCA. I started out with just a few dollars per day and slowly was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to ramp this up a little more and a little more and more. And alongside that, you know, I make spot buys when I think that there's a good opportune price to throw in a little more money. But most of the time, dude, I don't even think about this stuff. I just know that the savings are growing over time. So let's jump in, man. Today we are going to explore setting up a Swan Bitcoin DCA. Swan is, I would say, the most accessible Bitcoin only saving company right now. I've been personally using them for a few months. I was introduced to them by this handsome young man here to my right, and Alec, you've been using it a little bit longer.
Yeah, dude. Swan is honestly one of my favorite companies in Bitcoin. You know, they really make the onboarding experience really easy, provide a lot of resources like education for people to learn, especially beginners, right? But it's really just that fact that, you know, it automates it. It makes it super easy, and that's, you know, why I've been using it for the past couple of years now. Obviously, like there's tons of benefits to dollar cost averaging. You know, there's that saying, time in the market over trying to time the market, and this just makes it, you know, mindless to do so. And yeah, I mean, really in any denomination, that's really the sweet part. So you don't have to, you know, save up 30 grand to buy Bitcoin. You know, you can buy really small amounts. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot to learn along the way, and we're excited to, you know, roll through that with you as you start stacking some Bitcoin, Tyler. And I just wanted to throw this out. You know, we had Tyler on, kind of got him started on his journey with Bitcoin. I just wanted to throw it out there. You know, we're here to help. Feel free to reach out, shoot us a DM. We're always happy to, you know, bring you on the show or just set up some time to chat if you have any questions surrounding Bitcoin and need some help onboarding if you're interested. So please feel free to do that. But yeah, Tyler, let's get you, you know, stacking some Bitcoin, bro.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Well, if we're ready to go, let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll see how easy it is.
Share it up.
All right, so going over here to Swan. Step one, I'm gonna plug in my email here. Gonna use my Gmail account. Create account. All right, they're gonna send me a verification email with a link. So you guys may not get to see my email inbox. Here we go. So my code is right there. I agree to the terms. Okay, so account type, selecting personal, geography, United States, accepting terms, creating a personal account. All right, moving right along at the speed of Swan. Go ahead and do my two-factor here. Send me a link to my cell phone. Just got the text from Swan. I'm going to go ahead and verify the link. Okay, perfect. So we are required by law to verify your identity, secure identity verification service, process your documentation, and immediately erase it upon verification. Always
Thank
good to
you.
know. So now, looks like if you guys are still seeing my screen here, we're going to go ahead and verify my identity. Yes, I live in the US. I currently live in Utah. And we are going to do this QR code here super quick. So I'm going to go ahead and upload my driver's license here to this program. It's now verifying my face. Okay, so now it's auto-populated all my information. It's got my name, my birthday on there, my address. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my social security number very carefully. Double check everything's accurate. Perfect. All right, let's give it a shot. Looks like it's thinking right now. Application submitted. Thank you for submitting your application. So now, if you guys can see my screen up here, it's got my first and middle name. Walk alongside you in your journey to Bitcoin. Your identity verification is pending. Most people pass within 60 seconds. We'll email you as soon as you can start tracking with Swan. So I've got my email pulled up here. You guys probably can't see that, but I'm keeping an eye on it just to keep an eye out for when that email comes through.
Okay, so Tyler's identity verification just came back. So at this point, we're going to walk through how he's actually going to set up his savings plan. So it's super simple here, Tyler. If you want to start out, you can see your personal account over there on the left. They have some more product options you can explore later, but we're just here to set up your recurring savings, right? So if you click that white box, that'll kind of take you into your account there. And as y'all folks will notice, he has done a spot buy, which is pretty sweet. He's already started saving in Bitcoin, but we're trying to make it automatic and easy, right? So what we're looking to do, if you see at the top, Tyler, right next to dashboard, there's savings plan.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and hit that. And then very simple. How many dollars do you want to save on what schedule? So you've got $50 in there. If you hit the, every week drop down, you have day, week, month option here. So select your preference, and then you'll go ahead and select your payment method. This is where you're going to link your bank account once you go through to do that.
So if I hadn't done that, then I could plug in my bank account here and go ahead and use checking account. If you don't mind, remind me of how this works. It goes ahead and it pulls out the 50 right now, right? And then it periodically buys over time.
So let's check. Did you select a start date here, or is it going to go ahead and...
It says right here, recurring ACH withdrawals 50 will begin today and continue monthly. Is that right?
There you go.
Okay, cool. So I can expect it to kind of bill at this point every month, basically.
Correct.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, and you can go edit that anytime. If you decide you want to go 75 per month or take it down to a lesser amount, you can always... It's super, super easy on Swan's dashboard to just come in and make those edits like on the fly. It's awesome.
Cool. I can even see right here it says edit savings plan. So
yeah,
cool. I think we're good. So I'm gonna hit save plan, lay back. Now you're saving $50 worth of Bitcoin every month.
Simple as that, dude.
So, set it and forget it, baby.
A couple things I want to show you while we're here, just real quick. If you scroll down a little bit, so it shows obviously what's in custody right now at the top. It'll kind of show your withdrawals. If you have taken self custody of your Bitcoin in the next box, which is kind of the next step we'll walk you through, Tyler. We'll want to build up a little bit of Bitcoin before we start making transactions. But if you continue to scroll down, I just wanted to show you kind of some of the other options there. So it'll show you your deposits, all the, fiat that you've uploaded in there, kind of when they're clearing. I guess I'm having mic issues.
But yeah, all good. So kind of like Alec was saying, this is just your central dashboard. So you could see, any conversions from fiat currency that you made. So you could see that you did that little $40 deposit in there. That shows right there. And what Alec was speaking to before, I'll echo what he was saying. Self-custody is not something we need to worry about right now. We don't need to look at moving a small amount of Bitcoin off of Swan. But Tyler, eventually, as that kind of accumulates, it's good hygiene to not keep Bitcoin on any type of exchange or broker or anything like that, and to physically move that Bitcoin into a self-custody wallet. So that's kind of what we're referring to. We might have talked about that last time we met.
With that, okay. Yeah. I like how down here it has your savings plan listed, and there's literally just a button that says pause plan. So if I'm like, oh shit, I need that $50, can hit the panic button here and come back to it later. So that's good. I'm glad to see that it's really easy and accessible too. It's not like it's not like a subscription service where they hide the cancel button through like 50 pages of terms and conditions. So that's good,
dude. Swan is such a cool, transparent, such a user-friendly, just great experience. And I know I'm kind of being a plug for Swan right now, but it's totally due. This was my move off of Coinbase which we've talked before about. Tyler, the more you kind of get involved in this, you'll learn that Coinbase is kind of where people go to buy all sorts of cryptocurrencies. And in the Bitcoin community, we call it a shitcoin casino because they have like hundreds of different things you can buy. But the fees are off the charts. It's easy to use, but it's not if you're Bitcoin only and you're trying to kind of like approach things from a Bitcoin only perspective and a savings perspective and not a gambling and investing perspective. Swan is the place, man. So this is all very user friendly, very transparent, right? It's all right there on your dashboard. And like Alec was saying, there's some other cool products you can always check out down the line as well. I don't really have a lot else to say about this. Anyways, guys, Swan Bitcoin, highly recommend if you want to start saving in Bitcoin in the most easy, set it and forget it kind of way possible. We just walked you through this. I know we kind of went off on a tangent earlier on some other topics, but this setup process is just so streamlined and user friendly. Tyler, any other questions, dude, before we wrap this thing up?
No, not at all. I appreciate you guys walking me through it, show me, how simple it is, and yeah, dude, it's kind of exciting. It's kind of cool to have an asset, and to have something automated going forward. I've always had trouble with saving, and so I'm just excited in general. This is, going to help further that. So, thanks.
Yeah, man. And you won't even think about it. You won't even think about it. And of course, you've already done your own spot buy already, and so you know how to do that. So if there's ever like an exciting price trigger in the market, and you're like, oh, okay, there's a little dip going on. I want to go throw $20 in right now just because of that. You know how to go do that. And it's all just so easy to do. Would definitely recommend downloading the Swan app as well, so you can check out your dashboard there. Other than that, let's call it a day, folks. Thanks for joining us.